The terror group ISIS said in new audio released Tuesday, and according to various translations, called President Donald Trump an Arabic term that means idiot, and said he doesn't know anything about Islam.
He is becoming ISIS's best recruiter. They are going to people showing videos of Donald Trump insulting Islam and Muslims in order to recruit more radical jihadists.
That claim made during Saturday's debate, but there's no evidence to back it up.
Donald Trump could be a recruitment poster for ISIL.
They have said that they hope that he is the president because it would give even more motivation to every jihadi.
They probably think we're weak, we're stupid, we don't know what we're doing, we have no leadership. You know, you have to fight fire with fire.
Anyone who says you fight fire with fire has never been a firefighter.
So, yes, there has been some success in minimizing the influence of ISIS. And the reality is, what Trump did was pretty much nothing, okay? It was an extension of Obama-era policies, foreign policy that Obama implemented back in 2014, okay?
You're underestimating how stupid he is. I know how incompetent he is. I know what a loser he is.
I said, now we got to go and we got to knock the shit out of these people. We got to do it. We've got to do it.
Last night, the United States brought the world's #1 terrorist leader to justice. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
President Trump just confirmed that the most wanted terrorist in the world is dead.
Boom, boom, bing.
And a Fox News alert, the United States has killed the world's most wanted terrorist, ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. U.S. Special Operations Forces cornering him last night in a compound in northern Syria. He apparently detonated a suicide vest as troops closed in.
We begin with the breaking news that the world's most wanted man has been killed in a mission led by United States Special Forces.
CNN breaking news.
The leader of ISIS is believed to be dead. After the president teasing, quote, something very big on Twitter late last night.
Something big has just happened. Well, that got the attention of a lot of people, especially us in the news business.
No U.S. special operators were killed or seriously injured during the raid. Defense Secretary Mark Esper says 2 Americans were lightly wounded but are already back on the job. A U.S. bomb-sniffing dog was injured after hunting down Baghdadi down that tunnel, which proved to be a dead end.
President Trump at the White House announcing the death of ISIS leader al-Baghdadi.
Well, this is a huge win for the president.
After the president delivered remarks, he talked about how he wants his soldiers home. President Trump clearly wanting to talk and share about the death of what he called a big name. The president wanted Baghdadi, he said, since the moment he took office, and it appears he hasn't.
A successful operation will bolster President Trump.
Because we have not heard any reaction from any of the Democrat leadership this morning. I was looking earlier on Twitter and on social media for any statements. We have not heard any statements that, in fact, the news of the day is that the leader of ISIS, the worst terrorist organization we know, has been killed by our special operation. So by any stretch of either side of the aisle, one would think that this is a major victory for the United States and the world, frankly.
That is a huge victory for the United States and our allies.
This is big news. It's been minimized by so many of the Trump critics this morning, but without minimizing the killing of Osama bin Laden, I don't want to do that. I do want to compare it to that, because in some ways, this is even much more significant than killing Osama bin Laden.
Is it possible the president may have revealed some classified information when he went into such incredible detail talking through the mission that he observed Saturday night?
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Potentially, but the minute it crosses the president's lips, it's technically no longer classified. So
It goes to show you that this president, who has been attacked and who has been harassed by an impeachment probe for the last 10 months, this president took not only that and been working with that, but kept his eye on the ball, of killing the ISIS leader and terrorist. He shows that you can do two things at one time. Obviously, our House can't do that. Speaker Pelosi and the Democrats are incapable of doing that. The president has shown how true leadership looks.
So can we at least agree that the world is a better place without this guy in it?
Who, Trump or the Baghdadi?
I'd say screw that Joey Behar bitch.
The president did not notify Congress. It isn't clear that he was legally required to because they called it a military operation and not an intelligence operation. Right. But he didn't even call Democrats after it was a success and before he announced it publicly.
You little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. You little dumb ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you.
Well, first, I think it is striking that the Russians were informed before Congress.
I don't fuck with you. You little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. You little dumb ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do.
And that Congress found out when the rest of the country did. There is a long tradition of the president notifying leaders in Congress of both parties when there's a sensitive operation.
I don't know. Fucking slanderous me.
I guess the only thing is they were talking about why didn't I give the information to Adam Schiff and his committee? And the answer is because I think Adam Schiff is the biggest leaker in Washington. You know that, I know that, we all know that. I've watched Adam Schiff leak. He's a corrupt politician.
He's a fag.
But to disrespect the Speaker of the House, who is in the direct line of succession to the president, and to not inform bipartisan leaders in Congress, to only inform a few Republicans, I think was just one more important norm of cooperation shattered by this president.
They've been looking for him for a long time. They've been looking for him for many years. He was a sick and depraved man, and now he's dead. He's dead. He's dead as a doornail.
I think we have to be careful painting with a broad brush of who was and who wasn't until they say they weren't.
I think Nancy Pelosi's made it very clear that she was not made aware of the raid ahead of time.
That's right.
Notifying the Gang of Eight, that wasn't done. Look, the reason to notify the Gang of Eight is frankly more important when things go wrong. If the president said it was dangerous flying in, the Russians could have shot down American planes. But had this escalated, had something gone wrong, had we gotten into a firefight with the Russians, it's to the administration's advantage to be able to say, we informed Congress we were going in, they were aware of the risks, we at least gave them the chance to provide feedback. That wasn't done here. I think that's a mistake.
But I think it's also a great day for the world when you see the whimpering coward of a terrorist, al-Baghdadi, who went to a cave and blew himself up.
Where's my money, bitch? I ain't gonna keep asking nice.
I am your voice. I call President Obama and Hillary Clinton the founders of ISIS. They're the founders. In fact, I think we'll give Hillary Clinton the, if you're on a sports team, most valuable player, MVP. You get the MVP award. ISIS will hand her the most valuable player award. Her only competition is Barack Obama.